Have you ever felt that really deep pull, to connect with the earth on a different level, maybe understand its wisdom more? Well, today we're doing a deep dive into something really fascinating, the whole concept of being an earth keeper. And our sources for this are quite a mix. We've got these imaginative stories that feel, well, both ancient and really relevant now. And alongside those, some pretty profound wisdom teachings that seem to lay out a real path. So our mission today, we want to unpack what it really means to be an earth keeper. We'll trace it from storytelling roots, all the way to how it might practically transform, our lives and maybe even our planet. We'll see how these ideas, some old, some newer, kind of weave together.
Right. And what's fascinating here, I think, is how these aren't just abstract theories. Not at all. They really set the stage for a deeper exploration. It's this blend of myth, maybe ancient prophecy, and this deep human desire to protect our home. The core idea really is that being an earth keeper isn't just something you do. It's more fundamental. It's about a transformation of consciousness, a kind of profound realignment with how everything's connected. It actually shifts how you experience the world.
That's a really powerful way to put it. And, sometimes the biggest truths, they come through stories first, right? So maybe let's start there with this spiritual environmental fantasy called The Last of the Ancient Earth Keepers. It's described as this timeless story, ancient wisdom meeting modern awakening. And its core seems to be this universal story of inner knowing, but told through all our relations, which is just a beautiful way to talk about all the living beings we share the earth with.
Yeah, the story follows characters like Oyasin and his mother, and they're facing these huge challenges: fear, greed, and jealousy. Things we still grapple with, obviously. And it's really interesting. It apparently originated back during the 1987 Harmonic Convergence.
Oh, right. That big global meditation event.
Exactly. But its message feels so potent for today, for people looking for that deeper connection. It seems to act like a bridge between generations, asking these really direct questions. How do we stop history repeating itself? And maybe, crucially, how do we awaken that earth keeper inside us?
That's so true. Stories like that, they act as such a vital bridge, not just across time, but between, abstract ideas and actual lived feelings. They sort of invite everyone, whatever their age, to think about their own role in protecting the future, finding that earth keeper within.
Right.
And it's not the only example, is it? The sources also mention the fairies of Willow Tribe, another story exploring connection with nature and self-acceptance too, through this character Cheyenne, who feels different. And the message is so gentle, like, Creator provided great spirit to many different things. None of them are the same.
Which is just a lovely reminder about diversity, isn't it? And trusting yourself. These stories kind of ease us into the whole earth keeper idea from a place we can relate to.
It does sound like they're sort of preparing the ground, awakening that potential within us. But okay, for someone feeling that pull more strongly, is there a more structured path, maybe something ancient to really step into that role?
Yeah.
Absolutely. And that's where things get really interesting with the introduction of the Munay-Ki Earthkeeper initiation. These aren't just ideas. They're described as 9 rites of initiation to become an Earthkeeper. Someone with wisdom and power wanting to make a difference.
9 rites. Okay, that sounds like a serious undertaking. And the lineage is, wow, incredibly old. My understanding is it traces back to the Cuero shamans in the Andes, but then even further back to Himalayan wisdom keepers, maybe 30,000 years ago.
That's the tradition, yes. An astonishing lineage.
So this isn't some new age trend. It's ancient wisdom.
Exactly. And it's important to get that the Munay-Ki aren't presented as like a religion or a philosophy. It's framed more as a way of life, one that embodies, ethical, moral, spiritual guidelines for growth. And the stated aim is huge, transforming human consciousness. The idea is to refine our energetic body, the luminous matrix.
The luminous matrix.
So that eventually our physical body evolves into what they call Homo luminous, a kind of enlightened human form, potentially aging and healing differently. These 9 rites, they're usually given over 3 days, structured to awaken different potentials progressively. Things like connecting to wisdom lineages, enhancing healing abilities, perceiving subtle energies. Each rite builds on the last.
That's a profound path. Definitely about deep transformation. And the one we really want to focus on for this discussion is the 7th one, right? The Earthkeeper rite, Kurak Akulak.
So after the foundation is laid with the other rites, what does this specific initiation teach about being an Earthkeeper? What's the key shift?
Well, the key shift seems to be about perception, a really profound change in how you see things. These traditions say Earth Keepers are people with a truly broad vision of life on Earth. They don't just see from a human viewpoint, they look at life through the perspective of the consciousness of the sun and the stars. It's almost a cosmic awareness. A cosmic perspective.
Yeah.
Wow, so going beyond just our immediate senses, how does that translate to relating to the actual planet?
What's really unique, according to the sources, is that an Earth Keeper remembers how to talk to the Earth as a living being. They gain this ability to see the Earth from space, but see it as alive, with a heartbeat.
Not just metaphorically.
It seems presented as a genuine shift in perception. Recognizing Earth as our mother, the source of our physical elements, earth, water, fire, air. And through that, an Earth Keeper can supposedly hear her voice, hear her needs, and help maintain balance. They see the interconnectedness of everything, with clarity and an open heart.
Okay, so it really sounds like this rite isn't just about learning new facts, it's about a fundamental shift in feeling, in perceiving the world itself. Is that fair?
Exactly. That's what the material emphasizes. What changes is not what we do, but how we feel within ourselves. It's this internal transformation that then naturally flows outwards into action, like the example given, planting a tree not just for now, but thinking about the children who might play under it generations later, 7 generations even.
That's long-term thinking.
Very. It's about acting for the community, for all beings, making the earth cleaner, more beautiful. And that internal state is absolutely key. The more we embody peace, harmony, abundance, the more we spread it, becoming, as they say, like tall trees with a huge heart.
That's a lovely image.
Isn't it? And if we connect this to the bigger picture, this internal shift moving from me to we, being grounded but aware of spirit, that's what defines a planetary guardian. It requires humility, too.
Right, being grounded in ordinary life but holding that vast perspective. It sounds like a real balancing act. Okay, so this brings us to maybe the ultimate goal or legacy of these rites. This idea of helping people heal, raise their vibration, become who they truly are. And leading to this concept of Homo Luminous, what's the bigger significance of that idea?
Well, it's positioned as highly significant, especially now. These rites are seen as crucial for this specific time of planetary change we're in. They're linked directly to prophecies from the ancient Americas about a period of great transition and opportunity for humanity.
So personal evolution tied to planetary evolution.
Precisely. And a really important part of it is that the wisdom is meant to be shared. People who receive the rites are empowered to pass them on to friends, family, clients, ensuring the wisdom keeps flowing and contributing to, well, a collective shift.
A ripple effect then. Personal growth leading to wider change. You also mentioned this luminous energy field around each person.
Yes, that's central. The teaching is that we each have this energetic field like a blueprint, permeating and surrounding our body, our life force essentially. And these rites are designed specifically to activate and energize that field, clearing old patterns, traumas, imprints, which raises that important question, doesn't it? How does unlocking our own potential empower us to be better stewards, better agents of change for the world? It comes back to recognizing that deep, energetic connection we all share with the web of life.
It really does bring it all together. So what does this all mean for you listening right now? We've journeyed from, these evocative stories, fairies finding their spirit, all the way to these deep, ancient initiations of the Munay-Ki, exploring this rich, layered idea of being an earth keeper. It really feels like a call, doesn't it, to inner awakening and outer transformation, remembering how deeply connected we are.
Absolutely. And maybe the final thought to leave you with is this. What if really seeing the earth as alive, breathing with its own needs like an earth keeper does, what if that could fundamentally shift your everyday choices? How might that change your role in its story? And digging a bit deeper, what is embracing your own unique spirit, your own inner light, as these traditions suggest? What if that's the very path to finding where you belong, how you contribute? A path that leads you right back to discovering that powerful, compassionate earth keeper already inside you.
That's a profound question to ponder. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into what it truly means to be an earth keeper. We hope it sparks something for your own journey.